Welcome to Action Coaching. We're certainly delighted that you joined us on today because we believe that God has a special coaching word just for you. Now, the vision of Action Coaching is not to change an individual, but to help you understand and coach you in the ways that you are going to have to navigate in life. Everybody have his own path, but everybody have gifts and talents also. And I believe that as you experience various things, then God always allows coaches or mentors or someone that have been that way to help better prepare you to be ultimately what God have put a unique gift in you so that you could be just that. And that's the purpose of Action Coaching. I want to encourage all of you that are watching Action Coaching. If you're watching on YouTube, hit subscribe so that you can see all of our coaching sessions and things that come up. And those of you watching on Facebook, make sure you hit like, and so that we'll know that you are there and how much you appreciate Action Coaching. On today, I'm going to talk about this Action Coaching session is coming to you, and there's not much more time left in this particular year. You know, it's amazing how you can start one year with a New Year's celebration and look like you have, after you had a New Year's celebration, the year just start running by with track shoes on. And we find out that many things we thought we were gonna get accomplished in that year, you know, the year went by so fast we didn't even get a chance to get to it. So here we are on another Action Coaching, and know that there's not much time left in this particular year. However, I'm going to talk to you on this Action Coaching session about action vision. What are the things that you believe in God to do, the things that you need to maybe reimagine your vision or correct your vision or make sure that you still partaking in the path of your vision? And so we want to talk about that on Action Coaching today. I also want to encourage you, while I'm going through this Action Coaching session, I would love for all of you to go to my social media and send me your vision for this upcoming year so that I can be praying on it and believing God and talking about ways that can coach you to the dream that you have for yourself in your upcoming future. So I certainly want to encourage you to do that. Now, like I said, this coaching session is about action vision, and we need to explain some things. Now, first of all, the Bible lets us know that a vision is the ability to see a destination that has already been prepared for you. Now understand, I know what I just said, but the scripture also says that where there's no vision, the people perish. So it's got to mean that having vision has a point to it. Not all of us gonna be the same thing. But however, there are dreams and visions concerning the gifts and talents that we have that we can achieve in life. Many years ago, a man told me that a lot of people are born originals and die copycats. And a lot of times people are unable to have vision for themselves personally because they spend so much time trying to copy somebody else, rather than just being uniquely you. And that's something you got to understand. The vision will only work by you being you, not trying to be somebody else. We can admire and appreciate the work that other people are doing and how they're pursuing their dreams, but we know we're not them and they're not us, and they got their gifts and talents, and they got their destination according to their vision, and there's a vision for you and I, and we got to embark on the destination for our vision. And you have to understand that. So it's important that you gather a vision in line with your gifts and talents and abilities. Don't have a vision for somebody else's gifts and talents and ability, and you know you can't do that. I mean, I can have a vision that I want to fly into space. But if I don't have the gifts and talents and the ability to able to go through all of the things to conquer that and fly in space, then I might want to stay in the area of the gifts and talents that I have. And I respect the gifts and talents of other people that have flown in space and did all of these things. I understand that. But the purpose is get a vision for what God have given you based on his design for your life. You can be successful at a lot of things. And that's a fact. That there are more ways to be rich than what you think is the established principles. Everybody not a singer, a rapper, or a computer technician, or things like that. Everybody wasn't born in money. Not against that. I'm just simply saying everybody didn't come that way. But having the right vision, you might have not been born in it, but you sure can experience it while you're alive in here if you have a vision. Now, number one, what's the important part of a vision? You got to write it. Or put it on a whiteboard, or put it on your wall, or however you want to do it. Why is writing so important? Is because if something not written, it is a human tendency to deviate into something else. How did I succeed with the vision God gave me? First of all, I had to learn to focus. I had to learn to stay in my lane and trust that my lane was going to be sufficient for me. I was talking to a friend, and of course, I given this testimony in time past that when I was in my former church, the church was going through problems, and I got put out the church. Now, understand, I don't blame the church. I don't blame them. I understand that there are issues in life, and a person got to do what they got to do. But then I also understand that that purpose for me was that, as I call it, everybody got to have their Damascus Road experience. Some people call it the aha moment. Some people call it, well, it came to me. Whatever you call it, everybody needs one of those in your life. Sometimes you can go in situations that are so terrible, but in the midst of it, you wake up and say, oh no, I'm not going through that again. I got a vision for what I really want to be. And the point of the matter is, when I was talking to that friend, and then I was discussing, well, why did they have me to go? Because I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't preaching. I wasn't reading the scripture. I was just cleaning up the church, so on and so on. But they said something interesting. They said, perhaps they saw you was going to be you before you saw that you were going to be you. In essence, I ain't had no vision for myself. But perhaps they saw that if I ever did, then it was already destined for me to be what I am today. Now understand this. I never strived to be no preacher. No way, no how. I was not envious of the preacher. I wasn't trying to go to no Bible school or Bible college to learn about preaching. This person here was good with his life as it was going in the direction I believe I wanted it to do. So it was not something I pursued. It was something that was revealed. But I understood that when I had that moment and it got revealed to me what my vision was, then I understood some principles I had to pursue. The thing about it is, sometimes when you use the word television, obvious television means that television exists. It exists to tell stories. It is telling a vision. It is telling a point. But I believe sometimes you need to see a story of your own life, a television of your own life that can tell you what you should pursue, what your gifts and talents are, the things that you were created to be, the things that you can really prosper and be in good health in, and not try to go after 20 things at once. If you talk to any professional in life, whether it's sports, it's acting, whatever, it's college teacher and whatever, they first gonna tell you that whatever your dream and vision is, you're gonna have to be willing to put in the work, because it's not going to be easy. But however, if you got that gift and talent and put it in the work, you can achieve great things. And that's the thing you need to know about vision. So we're gonna talk about some vision points, and we're gonna explain to you the importance of it, and I'll be back to talk to you. Welcome back. Let's talk about some vision principles for the upcoming year. Some things that'll help you pursue your vision, see your dreams come to pass, and be able to be a blessing to so many others. Now, number one, people say, well, how do I know I have a vision? Ain't simple. But I'm gonna give you this point. I was going to say it's simple, but it ain't simple. Because if it was simple, a lot of people would do it. But however, it is a point that I need to stress. First of all, once you see it, and you will see it. How do I know I'll see it? Basically, it will relate to some gift or talent you already have in you. In other words, if you can't repair airplanes, chances are you ain't gonna have no vision running no airplane shop that repair airplanes. Now, you know, everything has its own unique gifts and talents for people. That's why, you know, they'll say things like stay in your lane, because so many people try to drive all across the road. You ever seen a person, every week they got new vision? You know, and then even in society sometimes, when I was growing up, and it's probably still around now, I know the young people probably call it something different now, but when I was growing up, they said, well, I'm a jack of all trades. But then I found out the other part I didn't hear till I heard it years later. People say I'm a jack of all trades, and in essence, somebody added to it and said a master of none. Meaning that some people are into a bit of everything, trying a little bit of this and that, and they never become successful. You can't take a professional basketball player and he said, I'm gonna do a little bit of basketball, a little bit of tennis, a little bit of football, and I'm gonna try a little bit of golf. chances are he ain't gonna be successful at none of them. He's only gonna be successful at the one he's put the time in and he knows that's what he's supposed to do based on his gifts and talent. So number one, focus is important. Focus is the key to anybody succeeding with their dream and vision. Now, what do you mean by focus? Focus means that that particular task in your life got to have your undivided attention. Case in point, can't compete with anything. You can't flip a coin and see which thing you're gonna put the most time in tonight or today. It's got to have your undivided attention, and it's called focus. When I saw the vision that God had gave me, I realized then all my playing around, all my saying I'm gonna get to it tomorrow, all the hanging out in friends and going here and there with them was not gonna be conducive to me achieving my dream. And somebody's saying, well, I believe I can have a vision, hang out with friends and do this and that. Okay, keep trying. But chances are, if you're not focused on it, it's not gonna be successful. Now, I know the question is, well, you just saying I don't hang out with nobody. No, well, finish the vision first. And perhaps when you complete it, you'll have a whole different set of people you can hang out with. So number one is focus. That's important. Focus, focus, focus. Number two is you gotta have faith in yourself. Bottom line, my sisters and brothers, if you're expecting other people to have faith in you, you are going to get disappointed all of the time. Because just when you're looking for others to have faith in you, they are going to let you down. And as I said, leave you on the side of the road. Used to be a time in America, and it still exists to a little bit, but not as much now. Used to be that, you know, your car broke down or you're stuck somewhere in your car, then we used to get out and hitchhike, take that thumb and be pointing. And it used to be a time that people would come by and give you a ride to the next service station and all that. Obvious, society have changed, and you got to be real careful at certain things you do. But if you're expecting somebody to give your vision a ride, it ain't gonna happen. If anything, they're gonna try to keep you from doing it because they realize you can do it and they feel like it might be competition for them, and they're gonna do everything they can to keep you from going forward. But you got to have faith in yourself. After all, it's your vision. And if you don't believe it, who in the world do you think gonna believe in it for you if you don't believe in it yourself? So, focus. Number one, faith in yourself. Number two. Number three, for the vision to come to pass, you gotta face some facts. And what I mean by that is, for any dream or any vision to come to pass, it's gonna take some hard work and some difficult choices if you want to achieve this. And you gotta face the facts. You know, we're living in a society where so many untruths are going on. Man, you get on social media, news, whatever it is, and they can put out so many untruths that you don't even know what to believe. And the reason they can do that, because most people don't check the facts. They just vote off the fantasy or they just believe the fantasy. How many times have you seen ads that maybe on social media that say, if you got this problem, take this pill. It'll solve it right away. Then you can go on down, and another thing will say, well, if you got the same problem, but this pill is more powerful, and you don't do no research. And then they can show you an example of this person took 3 of these pills and they lost 30 pounds overnight, and you just get phased and go click, 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 let me order that, and you don't have the facts about it. You don't understand that there's some facts behind all of that. You may took the 3 pills, but then you might have to work out along with the 3 pills. Most people do not like facts. We are in a society where most of the society, I'm not saying all of the society, but I know most people would rather believe a lie than the truth. You can get more popularity with just give them a lie, and they'll believe it like none other. You know, you can just give somebody a lie and say, well, Wiley Jackson jumped off a building last night. Immediately, he spread it out. It's linking up. Let me sing you this. Wiley Jackson jumped off a building last night, and don't check no facts. And then when you find out, I wasn't even at the building. But people are so giddy about believing lies about anybody. You can almost say anything about anybody, and everybody was interested. You can just put it out there. They were sleeping with this person, or this their girlfriend, or everything. People are so busy in believing lies, they don't even have no time for their own personal life. But if your business is going to succeed, you got to deal with facts. You got to do some research. You got to see what it takes, realistically, for your dream to come to pass. So it got to be based on the facts. If I want to say I'm 300 pounds, but I want to be 170. Now the fact of the matter is, if I just want to, something come out and say, well, if you take this pill, you'll be down to 170 in no time. And I just get all excited and order it. And then when you get it, then you find out it don't quite work that way. You need to do some research. You need to understand what you got to do. You need to understand how this is going to help you. Or whatever it is, you got to get facts. So many people run and never get the facts. And that's important. So you got to understand, you got to get the facts. Now here's the one that's key. There are going to be some situations, if your vision is going to come to pass, that you're going to have to disconnect yourself of. I found that in pursuing my vision, some of the friends I had, and I really liked them, but they were detrimental to me and where I wanted to go. They did not have the same mind I had concerning where we wanted our life to go. Have you ever seen somebody that's friend with somebody and that person don't do nothing at all but drag them down? Always interjecting and destroying their vision, and they never get to where they want to go. So you got to know that some things are going to have to be let go if the vision is to come to pass. So I certainly want you to know these principles. And before I leave you on today, I want you to send me your vision, your dream, so I can pray over it, believe God with you. Don't want to change it, just want to help you stay with all of these principles, and you're going to watch it come to pass. Well, I don't want you to go anywhere. I'll be right back to talk to you.
Tap somebody and say, I'm made for miracles. You know why God allowed things to happen to you? want to teach you that there are about 5 people got it. He want to teach you that there are. So whatever the devil knock you back with, God said now's the time to show him that he can't keep me there. Y'all ain't talking. Now is the time to let the devil know. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world.
Welcome back. I certainly enjoyed talking to you today about vision and how to achieve that vision. We close to the end of a year. There's some time yet left in 2024, and then of course 2025 is going to be on us before we know it. And I want you to start getting your dreams and visions and things that you're going to pursue wholeheartedly in the rest of this year and the upcoming year. And I love to hear from you. You send it to me. I'm going to be praying over it. But I'm just giving you some tips on how that there are bigger and better things in store for you. It's exciting to have a vision. It's a blessing to have a vision. And I thank God for that. I want to encourage you to sit down and sow a generous seed faith offering for the support of Action Coaching. We're getting ready to close out a year at Action Coaching. And certainly in 2025, we want to do bigger and better things, but we need your support. If Action Coaching has been a blessing to you, I want you to sit down and sow a generous seed faith offering for the support of Action Coaching. Some of you can sow 100, some of you can sow 50, some of you can sow 1,000. Whatever it is, we appreciate it. We know God gonna bless you, and it's gonna help us expand Action Coaching to buy more equipment so that we can have different things coming on Action Coaching, and you can help us do that. There's a link in my bio that'll show you a host of ways to give unto the ministry, and I certainly want to encourage you, do it now. When you see Action Coaching, do it now. Take it out and sow that seed now. And watch God richly bless your vision. Because just as you help another vision, God sends somebody to help your vision, and we certainly appreciate it. Once again, there's a link in my bio that will show you a host of ways to sow unto Action Coaching, and I know that the Lord is going to richly bless you. As I do each and every week, I want to encourage you. Share the word with a friend and keep the word in action.